Like your mic is like still kind of staticky, but if that's fine with you, then
All right, everybody,
got it.
welcome to the first ever edition of Show and Tell. I have here with me the king of Hawaii, the Hawaiian DJ Premier, also known as a bunch of other things, but Hejai.
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't give myself that praise, but maybe I will on different
Well, more
shows.
in the
But
name of
hello.
you're just a troll and you have 19 different names that you go by in different places.
Yeah, like that kind of came off from like MF Doom kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
He's like known as King Ghidorah, Victor Bond, MF Doom. Like I can't keep track of all of them. Like I used to always like cite ODB and all that. Like he has like 20 different names. I don't know all of them. There's like yeah, but yeah, it's good to be here.
Hey man, you had a lot of stuff going on. The most recent thing that you did after making the album was buy a new pair of shoes. Tell people about the shoes. What was the deal with all that?
Oh, you mean the Wu Tangs?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've always really wanted like those Wu Tang Dunk Highs. Like back then, there were only like say 36 pairs, or maybe like even less than that. So like on the market, they're like $20,000. But like
Oh, really?
they Nike just came out and re-released them, and like they just completely just dropped in price. They're like almost retail.
Yeah.
But it's a pair of shoes I've always wanted, and I love Wu Tang, so I got the shoes. But when I got the shoes, I got like two boxes sent, which I don't know how that happened. And like I got two pairs of Wu Tang Dunks, and like I have the other pair just sitting in my closet. I don't even know what to do with it. Am I going to sell it, or it's just
Nah,
there?
you hold on to those, and when you need to give somebody a gift or a present, that's there's a time you'll need those.
Yeah, but like I kind of got like big ass feet. I'm like a size 11, but because like all my other friends are like size 9, and like I really want to give them something like stuff that like I'm probably not going to wear anymore. But they can't fit. They don't have the big
um,
feet like me.
I don't know. Are those even shoes that you wear all the time? I mean, I feel like you wear them once and then put them on the shelf.
Nah, like with the other pair, I wear like a lot of black and green. That just fits the best. Like I have this like cool like jacket and stuff that the Wu Tang Dunks look really good in.
You must be more careful with your clothes than me. I just wrinkle and crease and smudge the shit out of them after a little bit. I play too rough.
Oh yeah, like it's because I started to get into fashion like maybe like after high school, which is like kind of crazy to think about. But I started to put a lot more effort into like looking at least a little bit more presentable, a little more stylish, because that kind of helped me out with like my confidence.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's an interesting path to go down. What made you start focusing on fashion and stuff more? Just felt like you needed to take care more of your outward appearance, or is it something else?
Yeah, it's like that. Like once I kind of gained more confidence in myself, and just learning how to navigate this kind of landscape of like, oh, I have to balance out musical quality with like my image. I have to like bolster my image up, while because back then I just wasn't really like putting any effort into it, and now like I got I got that fly shit on. At least I feel I do.
Well, that's one of the things that cause we've been working together for a little over a year now, and that's one of the things I kind of learned from you. Talking more when we're talking about the marketing stuff rather than the fashion stuff, but just for me, I've just always been a rap fan where it's like, yo, I'll listen to some random mixtape that I downloaded on LimeWire, and there'll be one verse and I'm cool. But the more I'm in this world, the more I care about all the other pieces that kind of go into it, especially with just like the marketing and stuff. And so I didn't know. I didn't know too. Like West Side Gun, when he buys whenever he completes a new album, he always buys himself the gift. And so I didn't know if that's what the woos were as well for you. It's like, all right, I just completed the bum bap works, and now it's time to get myself a gift for all that.
No, that just kind of happened like as was unfolding, because like I had ordered them like a week before, and like I didn't know when they were coming in, so like though like my purchases and like when I get drop stuff is not really connected like that. But yeah,
Maybe
that's
it
kind
should
of
be
all
from
I have
now
to say
on.
about that. Maybe, but I mean, I'm not dropping anything like soon. Well, no, no, I am actually, but
Yeah, you are.
it wasn't like connected to that because like I just bought like this nice looking like M65 military jacket. It was like all blacked out, and like I kind of wanted to wear it because I'm doing a show on the 11th on Oahu. Like I wanted to like wear it there, but like it's not coming in until like the day after. So like I'm probably gonna wear this like black sweater there.
You got a show
I just
coming
want to
up.
come on.
All right, well, tell
Yeah,
us about that.
yeah. Technically, it's like someone else's show. It's like the guy I'm working with. Where is he? He's like it's a show that's kind of connected to this other event, but like me and him, we're gonna pop out. Got his, some of his other people over there. That some other people I know on Oahu that appeared on the album. Like Suffice, Reverse Opium. They're like super interested in coming in, but I hope they come in. But like they're just all discussing logistics right now. See if like everyone can actually like come down. But like I'm absolutely coming down, and hopefully we get some footage of that. So
That's tight. You guys are creating like a full whole fucking gang out there in Hawaii, aren't you?
yeah, man, like we always had like this cool culture down here. It's just the fact that we haven't really like pushed anywhere. We're just kind of like content within our own little small bubble. And I don't feel there's anything like super wrong with that. You know, because there haven't been like a lot of people from the Hawaiian rap scene. I feel that had that much like global or like U.S. side power. Like Sudden Rush, like first guys here, they don't really have much right outside of like Hawaii. There's a dude, what was it, Immerse, Tasha Pierce. Like he's like friends with like Kanye, 50 Cent, and like Virgil Abloh and all that. But like other than that, we don't really have like that big of a reach outside of it. What I kind of wanted to do was like, um, not be chained down by like the Hawaiian aesthetics or like the Hawaiian sound. I would just want to make good music where coming out of Hawaii.
Yeah.
And maybe that will just help elevate each other, right?
Yeah, it's like Drake making music that sounds like it came out of Atlanta, even though it helped Canada.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have to do it like Drake. Not that that's the best comparison, but
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because like Drake is like Drake has just like taken from everyone else, and like what is the Toronto sound? Tell me what is the Toronto sound? Can anyone tell me?
it's a chameleon of everybody else's sound.
Exactly. And that's kind of how where Hawaii is right now. It's like we don't have anything like super distinct besides like maybe including like the language and like some reggae.
Well, with
That's
Hawaii,
pretty
you
much it.
almost have to immediately start going to like island type sounds if you want something like organic, and it's just I don't know if you're gonna do
Yeah,
something
and
different. It
that's
really has to be like this blend. I think maybe the people that do the best thing of blending what they do and some else. I think Bad Bunny, like he definitely has a Latin sound, but his sound is fucking pop as shit, and it still sounds really good. I'm trying. I'm reaching here.
I'm trying to think about it because like the people who are kind of like popping right now, they're just kind of like just following like the normal sound of today. Like maybe they're not doing like rage stuff. I haven't heard from like much like like rage stuff like Ken Carson or like Destroy Lonely people coming out of Hawaii, but like they're kind of on the. I always like to say though, like Hawaii is like 4 years behind everyone. Like because a lot of like the because like a lot of the rappers that are kind of big here are like unks and shit. They're like from the 2000s, like 2000s 2010 era. Like they still kind of sound like they're from the fucking either like early blog era or like the bling era. Like that's how like
Yeah.
kind of far back we are.
I don't know. I think there's still. I think when it comes to just the overall stuff that you do mostly when you do hip hop is the boom bap stuff. I don't think I think some people get too excited for boom bap and think that boom bap's gonna come over and be like a major part of like the mainstream again. I don't think it'll ever be that. But one thing I've been noticing about boom bap is the small subtle niche boom bap culture that's growing, and it'll never be a major player again. But like the kind of music that you make and the way that you do it, because you do have a like your own unique way of making your beats. Like, I think there's definitely a movement coming with that right now. I can feel that.
Like in terms like, because everyone, a lot of people tell me that, and just I haven't fully figured it out yet. Like I
It's
know
because
I have like
there's a vacuum in the demand for what that is right now. Like the people, like we talked about this before, the people that I typically would listen to, like the Vinny Paz and Apathies, like they're not making that kind of music anymore, and it's so like 90s nostalgic at this point. It's old, and so there's nothing in the mainstream. The mainstream is just dying from just good stars right now anyway, other than Kendrick and Tyler. They're trying to bring more people with them to like really put together, good music, but something more with it, more character and more substance as well. So people are craving that. It's just kind of who's ever next, with at least with specifically hip hop and rap shit. There's some of these other acts out there that are, I don't know, they're not on the rap shit, but in the underground world, like people we're craving Earl. People are craving like stuff like that on some rap shit that whoever can come deliver it, because I don't think fans are just going to be like, what's the first thing that sounds like it? I think people that can actually deliver it, it's like, oh shit, here it is. That's my guess.
like I feel like I'm more connected, like less to like the super like old head like Vinny Paz Necro crowd, like I'm like I'm more attached to like the later like lo-fi era, like
Yeah.
people like when XX Tentacion he brought out was it with the Jocelyn Flores track. Like I came up during that era, like during the lo-fi era, like people like Ginseng, Airy, just stuff like that. So back then it was like super kind of whatever to me because like I like other than being inspired by like lo-fi stuff, I was inspired by like Jabez, Dilla, and like I from like what I saw in the lo-fi scene, like I didn't really see that. They weren't like on the same level. I feel in terms of like just like production. What's the word like production proficiency maybe because like lo-fi
Yeah.
beats I kind of saw like as super low effort,
Yeah.
very
Here's
slow
here's
and
the entry level to get in the game.
yeah, yeah, people were just kind of like it just felt very uninspired because like I just wanted to what I wanted to do was like just bring back that old 90s energy, like that kind of up tempo energy. And then like as I kind of went along, I started incorporating like more lo-fi sounds and like aesthetics, not to like really fit in, but like to more so just facilitate the music more. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. The you give it a good example with X. Like he is the kind of sound that I think people are looking for, but he's not really around with the boom bap shit. There's just I think it's just gotten to the point where it's the like disco died, but like boom bap won't die. And if it's not gonna die, then it's only gonna get bigger. And that's kind of why I'm so excited about everything with the Levant Club and this and that, where it's just like I really feel like we're filling a void, not only for people to listen to music, but for people to participate and actually get in with music and kind of do something different that a lot of other discords just aren't doing or facilitating, or even places like making hip hop. I don't know. There's a huge. I just see a huge open vacuum, and I'm just trying to do everything to fill that space with us and the stuff that we're doing right now. But yeah, what are your thoughts on the new club so far?
I mean, like, it's like too early to tell for me because like I've been in like a bunch of other places. I don't want to like name names specifically, but like they weren't exactly great. But where we're at and like with the people we got on board, I feel like we could do something, but I feel it's just a little too early to tell if we can do something
Yeah.
super great.
Yeah. What are some things that you'd like to see from this Discord, and what are some things maybe you've seen in the past, even from the stew, if you want to? I mean, you don't have to be like a dick about it, but just for practical purposes, like what are some things that you've seen that's just like, yeah, that's gonna lead nowhere good?
Like what I kind of want to see first from this place is like really to like draw people in. I want to see a project. I want to see like even if it's like 3 tracks long, 4 tracks long. I just want something to like show the people like what we're capable of, what kind of talent we got here, and why, like without saying like much words beyond like explaining anything about the club, like why you should join, like that's what I mean.
Kind of like, hey, this is what we do.
Yeah, this is what we're capable of. Do you want in or not, right?
All right. Well, yeah, I always try to get feedback on this just because it's like I kind of know what went wrong last time and I kind of know what the stuff I want to see out of a Discord because I'm usually one of the more busier people. So I'm just going to make that and it's going to take time. And so, I don't know. It'll happen. I'll keep adjusting things along the way. But lastly, before we get into some songs here, I just want to talk more about your recent project, man. I know you were working on that for like a year. I think you've been working on that since I met you. And tell me more about the project, and we'll eventually start getting into some songs here.
Bum Bap Works, right? No, or like no Bum Bap Music, yeah. The one from
I don't know
November.
why I keep calling
So
it Bum Back
it,
Works. Just seems like a thing to call it, but it's
it,
not at all.
it, the thing is, like, what was it? Bum Bap Works is going to be like a future beat tape I'm just going to be putting out where I just drop good stuff from my archive. So yeah, so like with Bum Bap Music, it's like um I think I kind of want to talk about the cover first because like the cover is just like a bunch like my
Yeah,
character.
let me.
I call him the Fuzzler.
Is that okay? That's what.
Like there's like yeah
That's what I
yeah
wanted to know.
yeah it's like I call him the Fuzzler.
I
I
just
used to
call him
call him
Hejai. It's like
something
that's a
along
Hejai. It's a wild Hejai.
yeah like yeah, you may as well just call it Hedgehog, but because like a lot of different like iconography, like I attach a lot of different like icons to myself, like the 1,000 yard label picture, the my old SoundCloud stuff where it has like the little dude on top. It's like a lotus kind of thing, but like I wanted to go with the hand drawn kind of thing, album cover because I was inspired by like stuff like Daniel Johnson. I kind of see myself in him with just like I kind of want to like maintain like the purity in like my music and like just have it be like kind of fun, but also just like super genuine, like as much as genuine as I can do it, with me just participating in like beats and stuff like that. I just want to like make it. Just wanted to give this like pure energy about. But like with the music, all of that's been working. I've been working on that since like 2022. Like some of
Oh
the
wow.
demos are from 2021 actually,
Oh
or like some
wow.
of the beats actually. Um, and all the people that are featured on it, like four of those dudes are from Hawaii. Shout out to Vice, Opium, Worry Seed, and my best friend Carter. And a lot of the other guys,
Oh, Carter's
we
that's your
have two
boy
people from
from you've known him for a while.
yeah, like I don't know if you could like super pull it up real quick, but like he was on the super early stuff, like LMCS stuff. Like he was my friend in like high school. We'd known each other since like I want to say like the sixth grade
Okay.
for like a super
Real
long time,
homies.
and like
Back on
yeah.
the lunchroom freestyle days. Boom boom boom
Yeah,
boom.
exactly. Like me and my friends, like, and the people in that group, we all like freestyled like at the basketball courts at my high school, and like everyone just kind of joined in. But it was kind of apparent that my friends, within my circle, were like arguably the better ones.
God, yeah,
but
it's conservative today. That's awesome.
what is it? Yeah, like in terms of like the other people that are on the album, like it's kind of like a good even split between like well, not really, it's like far from even actually.
No,
there's
it's
there's
mostly all
only
your
like two
NEM
guys from
dudes.
like yeah, mostly all the NEM dudes I kind of built up relationships with, and I feel like I wanted to put on the stew, like show them like what can you do outside of like what was his name again? I forgot. Outside of JTA's influence, what could the
Uh,
stew sound like? And like that's what I kind of did with the recipe and in Mortal Kombat. Like what are they capable of? Because like from the small circle that kind of knew about the stew, they didn't really take him seriously. But and like I feel that's kind of like the fault of like mostly the fault of JT, but it was also like everyone else with like just
well,
kind
it
of the
was
unfocused
mostly
direction
a
of it.
product of the fact that I just started recording 2 years ago, and it's like we're still in the development stage, and yeah, kind of what you're talking about. We don't have enough shots at the plate to really do something different. So yeah, I mean, I think I asked you a year ago, like, hey man, do you want me to do ad libs on this? I don't always do that. I kind of fuck them up half the time. And you're like, yeah, dude, definitely do ad libs. I'm like, oh yeah, I probably should do that. So it was just kind of where we're at development wise, to be honest.
Yeah, like that's kind of a lot of the. That's mostly like the stories I kind of have with boom bap music. You know, they're like it was like almost 2 to 3 years in the making, and yeah, I just kind of toss them all on there. Oh, actually, you know, one more thing I want to talk about, the deluxe tracks. I know nobody bought out there, but I'm like, I don't really give a fuck. Um, I removed Wesley because like he don't fuck with me. And if you ever listen to like Immortal Kombat, that's it might be direct. No, it is directly at Wesley because like come on, man. Like you
Yeah.
really did like cancel that 4 track project to like do some bullshit. And like we got like 4 different people like on the beat you're about to do. Like we got NEM, we got motherfucking Stu, we got guy from Hawaii, like my boy, and then I got my best friend on there. Like they can outdo you. What are you gonna do, man?
I, yeah, you sent me that. I think I got that verse back to you in under a week with all everything on there. I mean, that's how I roll nowadays. Yeah, the whole backstory with that is funny. I don't know. I'm interested to see if anything comes back at you because I don't know. That just sounds fun.
that that'd be kind of crazy. But I just kind of left that Wesley shit like it's not even on my mind anymore. Like I kind of got it out on
Yeah,
that song, and like if he wants to do anything, like I probably would care less, honestly, because I know the kind of talent I keep in my circle, and like like I'll give Wesley his credit. He had like some he had the talent to like go somewhere, but like I feel like how I said again with the artist image balance. Like he doesn't put enough into his image, and like the music kind of suffers because of that.
yeah,
Like he's using like AI art, and I'm like, fuck are you doing?
yeah. Hey,
And
tell the people how you feel about AI art.
fuck AI art, first of all. Like if it's like for album covers, like I don't even care. Just like take a photo of like the sky or something. Take a photo of like your car or something. Don't do AI artwork because like it just cheapens the whole package. The whole package of the music. I'm kind of like fine with like like the most I'm comfortable with is like AI stem splitting. Like that's super useful. I use that like
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
time. But if you require if you want to have AI like do anything creative, like just don't be an artist. Like you're not an artist.
Well,
You
you're
are
not an artist. Yeah,
you're a data puncher. Like
yeah,
you're you're a guy who like just takes like the works of like bunch of other people like that the machine just kind of learned off of. What's the deal with that? Like if somebody like tried to sell me like an AI novel, I wouldn't buy that shit. Like
oh yeah. That would be
because
they would never be able to capture the human element. The AI would never be able to write a
exactly.
novel that good at all.
Exactly. Like if you don't mind, I talk shit again. Like, do you remember like I don't know. It was like this big news story. Like there was this dude in Scotland that they had this like Willy Wonka event, and like all that shit was like AI generated. Like the script, the backdrops, like the whole set was just like some random warehouse in like Scotland. It was like empty, and it only had like a handful of like fucking candy like decorations. Like if this is like AI kind of gave the ability for like really untalented people to just like say that they're talented.
No,
That's
you
how
can you
how
can
it
you
goes.
can
Funny.
make something good enough to make a scam. You can't make a full on operation, but you have enough to make a scam.
Exactly.
You can
Yeah.
just white label something and just slap a AI bullshit on it, and you have enough to make it appear. It's yeah. You have enough to do smoke and mirrors with AI. Is pretty much as far as you can go.
Exactly.
That's not. It's just funny listening to you commentate on that the whole time. All right, and then last question before we get into some music. Oh, this is the most important question. Actually, I had two questions. All right, so first question here is, what is your what is your purpose? You've made 3,000 fucking beats over the last 10 years. Like, what the fuck is pushing you to continue to make music and push yourself? What is wrong with you, crackhead?
If
Three
anything,
thousand
like
beats
it's
in 10
mostly
years, Hejai. Who does that?
yeah, I know.
Take a
Wow.
break.
Yeah, no, but
No.
like for me, it's like mostly it's like I just kind of make music for myself now.
Good.
It's like back then I was like super invested in trying to get people to know me, get people to like really invest their time in me and all that. But the concessions I made to like my sound and my music eventually got to the point where like I just didn't. I was like super burnt out, like because I used to do YouTube back in the day, and I used to do like a lot of gaming videos, and I just kind of had to tell people like, hey, I'm an interesting gaming YouTuber, even though I wasn't. Watch me. I'll play all these popular games that like I probably don't really care about, and like that kind of came. It kind of crossed over into like how I view music and all that. Like back then, I used to make a lot of like trap stuff, and no diss to like the trap stuff, but like I'm just not very good at it.
Yeah.
So um, I just kind of like did some soul searching at that point, and like I just figured like, hey, I'm just gonna make like stuff that I personally enjoy, stuff that I like would listen to. Because when I kind of listen to my stuff, it's I kind of have this like disassociation moment where like I kind of forget that I made it. It's like um, yeah, it's like I kind of see like myself, the listener, separate from like Hejai, the artist.
Sure.
Sometimes, like yeah, like
That's how you know.
I,
That's how you know your subconscious is taking over.
yeah. Well, I kind of want to say more, but like something I always talk say about myself is like I have so many ideas in my head, but I also have like this big hole in my head. I just try to like I'm trying to like capture like the ideas and put them into my mouth, and before they like escape me. I just have a lot of stuff going on, and
You're
like
you're a
I just
true
hope I can get it
creative.
all out.
You're a true creative. That's why. That's just what that is. People, I mean, it's a personality thing. So yeah, it's not even a matter of like, can you do it or not at this point. It's just the better you get with your filter, the hole, the better you get at filtering the hole, and the better you get at just refining all that, then probably make everything else easier.
Yeah, that's why I'm stammering all over the place in this interview because like I'm just trying to grab everything. Like I didn't have that much time to prepare. I didn't know what I was going to be asked. So yeah,
Nah,
I'm
this
trying.
is.
I'm hanging on to dear life in my head.
I want to structure these interviews in a way where they can go all over the place because that's the way they usually do. I mean, you watch Joe Rogan's interviews, they go all over the place, and it's just like that's the only way that he can interview, and the type of people he interviews, dude, they can't sit there and give a short, concise thing. They're all over the place, and that's just, I don't know. It's interesting. People are like that. It just is what it is. So you just try to capture it, you know.
Are we about to talk about DMT now?
No, no, we're not. We're not going to talk about ayahuasca or
could
anything. We're going to play some music, unless you're really
exactly.
itching to. I don't know if you had a great
No,
experience
no,
recently.
I wouldn't know anything about like drugs and all that. I don't do that. I just only started drinking like I started it as I became legal, but I
you're
rarely
yeah,
drink it ever, honestly.
you're an upright citizen. We don't have to do any of that. But no, we're gonna get into over these, and so I'm gonna go ahead and play these, and I'm gonna play this one, and I'm gonna get my coffee while I'm playing it. But this is Sundays by Hejai and Mr. Chandler.
A lot of things been running through my mind. Lift my little light and let it shine. I ain't fine, but yeah, I'm fine. Like, you ain't gotta ask me all the time. Drop a verse and just unwind, and I rehearse it in my mind until every sound is perfect. Oh, it's worthless. I've been kinda everyone but myself lately. Been seeking help lately. I'm contrasting, bombastic, future classic. what it is, cause they don't really like it when you black and you mean. And I don't really like beats if they lacking me. I speak figures with my figures of speech. Yo, if I was any bigger, I would wither and weep. I'm the only black beard who got something to teach. I got the old heads looking to me. Idiosyncrasies, my circle small like parentheses. I keep them tight, but they not feeling the squeeze. I put it all on me. Emphasize, I put it all on me. And I wonder why I struggle to breathe. Even my demons like Jesus. Feel a need to ease up. A flights to Ibiza ain't been lifting me up. Not that I take it, I'm watching and waiting. I love my reflection, my ego abating. Being captivating truly means that you're a captive. So I'm kinda like, talking about my rapping. You get what I'm giving, I know you gon' spin it. You'll feel every lyric until you finally take the time to just praise. Yeah. You know, my mama thought I was gonna be a pastor. I mean, she wasn't wrong, but she wasn't right in the way she wanted to be right. It's kind of fun.
All right, Sundays, and that's off. That's like the lead song or one of the first songs off the new album. And then Chandler from he's in NEM, right?
Yeah, he's an NEM dude.
And here we have Comrades. Anything? One thing I want to ask about 1,000 Yard. What exactly is 1,000 Yard that I call Yo Dick?
Yeah. So that 1,000 Yard is like the imprint that I kind of where it is. 1,000 Yard, like I kind of based that off of like 1,000 Yard Stare. Like that's kind of
So the 1,000 Yard. What is that? Is that your record label or what is that?
yeah. I guess you'd call it a record label because like did you catch like everything I said about what it all meant?
No, none of that. That was
No.
all. You gotta do it again.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we just had a glitch. But yeah, like 1,000 Yard, it's like it's like it's my record label in big quotation marks because I don't really have anyone else under it. It's just like different aliases of myself. But like
You are all the artists.
like the name
like
just,
3 different artists.
I am. I am. But it's like 1,000 Yard refers to like 1,000 Yard Stare. Like for a long time, I was just kind of like looking towards the future, like just without a plan or like without purpose. Like I didn't know what was gonna come through, and like I just kind of feared that, the fear of the unknown. But as time went on and like I really started to get a passion for music, like I kind of like flipped it on its head. It's like you don't always have to be like super secure about everything. So like 1,000 Yard means just staring into the unknown future, and like the unknown future, like for me now is like nothing to be afraid of. Like there could be some good things, there could be some bad things, and that's just kind of how life is, right?
That's how it goes for sure. Well, cool, man. Well, hopefully we grow this roster, especially with all these Hawaiian artists you're working with. But at the same time, if you can just make more personalities, and you'll get more artists on there. It's just do different. You start a country version of yourself.
Maybe, I don't know. I just got him. I just picked up an old acoustic from my late grandpa. Bless up to him. But
Organic island sounds.
I've been kind of. It's not like an ukulele. It's like it's like an actual like acoustic.
Okay. Still though, the actual acoustic by Fireside, that's timeless. All right, I'm sorry. We'll get back into the music now. I'll quit asking stupid questions. All right, so this next one, Comrades. This was on an NEM mixtape. Anything special about this one?
This is like my favorite track like in my opinion the best track I've ever done. It is like my favorite one. Like just from the verses, well, most of the verses, and like from like just how I made the beat and all that. It's like one of my favorite beats of like all time. Like a lot of people, I don't know if like you're like on Twitter that much. I'm not either, and like Twitter's kind
Occasionally.
of fucking stupid right now. But like when Tyler the Creator put like his own like list of like best songs of 2024, there people were like dunking on him for like saying one of his songs were his favorite. And I'm like, you know, I don't feel like, and like he thought it was stupid that people were dunking on him. I like, because like how I said before, I kind of like disassociate myself from like the artist. I don't hear it as me sometimes. So like I kind of get that, and like I'll always say like this is what like one of my favorite beats of all time, like regardless if I ever made it or not. No,
That makes sense. No, I get it. Yeah, you just gotta go with what you. Yeah, I stopped trying to look at songs as like what is my favorite, and more of just like or no, what is the best. And I look at songs as just what is my favorite. If I'm just like, what do I want to listen to right now? Is typically like my
exactly.
favorite songs right now. It just kind of is what it is. All right, so the comrades, comrades, the language.
You lost a lot of items. Mention some of the names. Let's give them a space right now that you've lost to violence.
Blood cousins doing time in the dozens. Squads red lightly got the whole block buzzing. I seen dogs get popped at the cookie shop. I seen Pop get popped, no one took his spot. Niggas really dying for the disrespect. When I get a check, getting straight about the spinning wreck. Price hike up, it seems just despite us. Wonder when the drones coming through, the straight white buzz. Treated like Al Qaeda in my home state. So we keep a couple batters on the home plate. I ain't saying Black Panthers on full effect. Cause if you get a local chapter, better check your neck. Fuck jail, man, the judge don't even want bail. Get into it with Johnny, that's a blunt tail. Y'all gon' push me to army like I'm Mac. Never so crack, but the snowfall is back. I'm from the air where they beat rocks over the stoop. Fucking hoes in the hallway smoking dope on the roof. Niggas ain't for the truth, nah. Aim it at your coupe, hit your medulla. With that fucking deuce. Take under the bubble, hit your knees, motherfucker. Miss the lane, call the cops, they yelling freeze, motherfucker. Me, motherfucker, oh please, motherfucker. I still run my nigga Corey Speed off free, motherfucker. That's 5 for the run, 5 for the gun, 5 for the punch, that's 15, motherfucker. I die for I let them niggas box me in the cell. Did dirt amongst the soil, so a nigga never tell. I'm from New York. Yeah, we was raised in the Bronx, surgical with the shit. Yeah, my niggas facing Hawks, 38, 4, 5, 9, AKs inside of me. Numbers on my plate, thought a nigga hit the lottery. Self-reflection beats self-correction, but caressing one's ego skew to self-perception. Complexity in the brain matter, many facets of passages come correct you with train bladders. Piss some people off like the American dream. My roads ain't golden, beholden to Samaritan fiends. This garrison bleeds, soldiers dead on the sidelines in a fight for survival. See these modern advancements retrograded to trial. And it's always the same shit, bang or get bang, bitch. Ain't nobody give a fuck if I'm living in anguish. Me in the streets starting to speak the same language. Before I pick the phone up and answer, already know it's 3 a.m. Someone like vanished. Already know they want my soul, so I can't panic. I'm already cold, but I know the game is Iceland. I just made another 10 from the stars, I be dancing. Trying to get away from the booth, cause trespassing and the trap just get me closer to you. I feel like rapping laying tracks is only something to do. Until a nigga get fed up with my success and they shoot, then it don't matter who I am or who I was. I'm a product of the system, so I shouldn't give a fuck. My whole life, all I cared about was blues. So on the way down, instead of seeing old friends in playgrounds, I'm hoping that my last shit may make it through.
Did you just feel that loss? Is that very uncommon?
It's been felt.
What did you do with those feelings?
Take them and say, hey, you want me to laugh this out? You know, you want me to just laugh this out and be like, keep going, smile.
I can understand how on the other side our loved ones want us to keep going.
Is that Prince at the end?
No, it isn't. It's a Chief Keef talking with a therapist.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
But like shout out the people on the track.
Yeah.
724.
724X.
He's from the Classifieds. He's fire. MVX doing on the second verse. AG guy on the bridge. 3K guy on the last verse. Like that. because like when I was working on it in NEM, I just kind of like posted up what was it? I just posted up a remix of like from a stem vault, you know. So like what was it? Stu, the guy who runs NEM, he released all the old stems from the old songs up to that point,
Hmm.
and like I decided to like, hey, I'm just gonna remix a bunch of songs from stem vault, and like they liked it so much that the like what was it? Two other people wanted to like hop on it, 724 and 3K. The MVX verse was from an old scrap song from NEM. I don't remember the original, but yeah. I kind of wanted to put a bridge on there. Like Stu kind of wanted to keep the track kind of short, and he really wanted to like cut out the bridge, but I kind of felt like,
Nah, this
hey,
coming
we
together,
should put this
Stu.
in.
Sorry, this coming
Yeah,
together.
it kind of sounds good. Like like this is like like at the end he's like the boss guy, so like he gets the final say. But at least he saw the vision, right?
Yeah.
But I kind of find it crazy because like the album this is on Amor Fati, it's like supposed to be a mainly like boom bap centric track, and like while I won't deny this is like boom bap, like I took the drum loop from um, New Jabez's last album, but like it's kind of crazy how I got this like house ish, very electronic kind of song on this very organic like boom bap album. Because
Yeah.
like I have like three other tracks on here and like they sound very boom bap like, but this is like super different, you know.
Yeah, the drum patterns just yeah, I mean, it's not the typical. I mean, you said it's new Jabez, but it's not boom, boom, boom. Like that's not a typical boom bap beat. That's more of a like you said, a house. But I kind of like how that shit's going. Like, there's that one other track that I rapped on recently for my solo of yours. That's like just a basic four on the floor type beat. But I don't know, just doing boom bap type rhymes over that kind of shit still works actually really well in my opinion. I love that shit.
I know, and like I can't really think of like a lot of people who are doing it like that anymore because like
So I'm
um
saying there's open space, man.
yeah yeah.
It just really is. There's just not. Even if there is, you don't know about them, and so yeah, there's an open space. But nah, it's definitely a cool track. And then all right, we're getting to this last one here. Get into some of your other stuff. I like some of your because like I told you,
I love the ads.
yeah, just because like I told. Well, that's why I like doing SoundCloud instead of the YouTube, by the way. But even though actually SoundCloud keeps having this fucking ads too, you can't escape these.
Yeah,
ads.
SoundCloud has ads too.
I'm gonna eventually do a pro version of SoundCloud just because I finally see value in that now. SoundCloud's a better company than Spotify. I've determined that. So,
It is. Kind of, I guess, but like Spotify, like what was it? SoundCloud has a lot more like visible bots, and that's like super annoying in my opinion because like whenever I put like a Lucy or like back when I used to upload like beats on SoundCloud, it's like I get bombarded by like 10 different bots saying like, "Hey, join my label. Hey, join my label. Hey, join my pay for your followers." Like that's
oh,
why I don't post on SoundCloud
I'm
anymore.
sorry. Let me clarify. Spotify is still a better product for the consumer than SoundCloud. SoundCloud just
Oh yeah.
makes like $100 million a year, and Spotify is like still $2 billion in the hole. And so, one has a better product, the other one's a better company.
Yeah, exactly.
um, but anyway, no, I like getting into this new stuff. In Love with the Machine, your other alter ego, the other member on the 1,000 Yards record label. Anything particular about this one, or should we just play it?
Nah, just play it first and like just I'll
Talk
talk
about it
about
after.
it later.
All right, perfect. In Love with the Machine, in your absence. In your absence, in love with the machine, the other alter ego. Tell us. Tell us about your track.
You know, the I can only really talk about the song, I guess, but it's kind of I wanted to like make something like New Gibbous again, like the last track. I took the drums from like a different New Gibbous track. Like I wanted to make a more like steady house beat and all that. And I had really started to get into like rock music and all that. Like Weezer,
Was I gonna say,
Process, Joy
was that a
Division.
U2 sample?
Um, no, that's a Radiohead actually.
Radiohead. Okay. Okay, now I hear that. Yeah,
It's a Radiohead cover of a Bjork song.
yeah. Okay.
Shoot, what was it? It was called Unraveled. Yeah, that's where I got like the piano stabs and the voice from. That's Tom York. The was it the extra like synth parts were from a Fro Fro song, like Imogen Heap. What else is on there? Yeah, like the synth and the flute that was from the Imogen Heap song. I know there's more on there, but I can't think of it about the life of me. But
I was expecting some
I
crazy
figure you'd
drum
want to ask some
breakdown, but
questions.
that wasn't one. I was expecting some crazy drum breakdown, but that wasn't one of those kind of tracks. So I like that. That was a heavenly
Yeah, I
bounce.
just
That's
wanted
what I
it
call that.
to. Yeah, I just wanted it to like just kind of be something to like vibe out to. Like just it doesn't have to do anything crazy. You know, I figure you want to ask some questions maybe about the project, but maybe that's not also the time. But do what you
Oh,
feel.
I forgot that this is well. You have a whole different series of projects going on with In Love with the Machine. So I don't really know where to start with that. If you want to tell people what's going on with that side of your world, including a lot of people, would love to know more. If you have more, what's going on with those it's the memory curation project, right? Or what exactly is what's going on with all that? I want to know. I don't know. I just don't even know.
Okay, are you ready for a big? Well, I kind of have this all written down on like a design document I put out like a couple months ago. But like, In Love with the Machine is kind of like first and foremost, it was just like me wanting to like just branch out into doing different stuff. Because for a while, I was like kind of burnt out on boom bap. Like I was very um, apprehensive about like really going forward with that because like the year before, like the years before, like before COVID, I was in this group called like No Beat Sessions, and I was kind of heavily into like held up as this like golden child of like boom bap, like put me above like everyone else because like they kind of they saw like a lot of potential in me and they kind of put a lot of stock in me, you know. I was really, you know, against like the old head attitude, like, you know, I don't want to be known as like the lo-fi guy, you know. And like they were very like anti trap. The moment they heard an 808, they would like just shut their brain off. um and like, you know, I was like very against that, so I just I started making like house music, like on the side and stuff. Like I had like I had never really listened to house music before then. Like the most I knew about like house music is like say Daft Punk, and that's pretty much like my only frame of reference. Like back then, um, and you know I kind of experimented with a house here and there. You know, what was it? I put out a tape in like 2020, like two different tapes in 2020. I had like what on one of them I had like a house track where I remixed Frank Ocean. What was it? What was the song? It was yeah. So I did the Frank Ocean song, and I kind of let you know, the electronic stuff just kind of sit for a while. You know, because like it wasn't my main thing, but you know, at least I got it out of my system. I did something different, and like some people seem to like it. And then what is it? Then just started making like different like vaporwave and like house stuff like here and there, and eventually I was able to compile a project of like the best stuff from that time, and that was the first like In Love with the Machine album, which was in 2021. And like I had initially planned it to be like a one-off thing, like I probably was going to do it again, but you know, after I kind of gave it some thought, I was like, hey, you know what, maybe I should like just do it again, you know. Because like it sounded pretty good, and like I had just like really actually started to get into my like electronic music, like with drum and bass and all that. um you know, like this random like video, like what was it, like chill break chord to study to or like something like that, or like to fall asleep to, like that popped up in my recommendations, and like the first song on there, Frozen Fleeting Heart, like that was like super captivating to me. I don't know what it was. Like it's probably like the piano, the cool like vocal sample in there, and like just the general atmosphere, like that like super like intrigued me a lot, you know. So I just started to like make a bunch of more of you know, drum and bass demos, and like that eventually culminated into like the first two In Love with the Machine now drops, you know, Memory Plus and Decompile Reboot. Like Memory Plus was supposed to be like an expansion on the original project from 2021, like trying to like fill in the gaps of the story. And like I don't know if I want to talk about the story. Like I kind of wrote about it on my website and all that, and I don't really want to get into like the big emotional aspect of
What's your
that.
website?
It's a Thousand Yard Neo City on Thousand Yard Neocities.org. You like, you know, as you're editing this, like you could probably just paste the link somewhere in
Okay,
the
yeah.
video.
Send me the link for it and I'll paste it.
Yeah. so so like Memory Plus was supposed to be like the lighter project, but like it was supposed to like fill in the blanks from the original story I kind of established there. And Decompile Reboot was supposed to be like the more harsher, like more in line with the depressive like breakcore like aesthetics and all that. So like it was like more aggressive, like harsh. I did a lot more like noisier stuff on there, like metal influence stuff, but I feel like it didn't really hit the mark on that. Then like the third album was like Spare Memories. That was like all just demos from those eras, you know, just like throwaways and demos. Then like the project really started to like pick up in 2024 with a Dream Emulation. Like that was the first album that like really told me like, hey, like people like kind of fuck with this, you know, just outside of my circle. You should like keep going with it, you know. I got a lot of like really dedicated fans from that, and I'm surprised that like the project has been able to like go where it was. Like I kind of just expected it to be like
I saw some of the comments people
yeah.
making on that shit. You changed people's lives apparently.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because like
It's awesome.
I don't know if like the guy's gonna watch it. Like there's this one big fan I have. I think he's from like he's somewhere in Europe. I want to say Germany, but I don't know. I have like a couple big fans from Germany, but I know the one I'm talking to. You know who you are. um, but he really enjoys my stuff, and like that kind of along with everyone else, that gives me like the motivation to like the same motivation I kind of got myself from hip hop and all that. But yeah, and
Yeah,
then
after
I put
after I
together.
saw that dude make that comment, I was like, all right, well, this guy's changing lives out here. I'm glad he's working with me.
Yeah, what was it with the Dream Emulator album? Like with the Each Machine album, I kind of wanted to bring something new to the table, like with each installment. And like when I got like with Dream Emulation, I experimented with like more ambient stuff, like writing my own like piano works and all that, and also like with songwriting too, because like I had started to get back into like vocal synths, like Vocaloid.
Oh yeah.
Like well, with like the Vocaloid stuff, I used to really like that. Like back in middle school, I was like a big Hatsune Miku dude, like Kagamine, Lan Rin, and all that. And then the person that kind of brought me into back into Vocaloid was I can't mention his name now because he got canceled for like doing some Diddy shit, but you know it was like this cover of
Fair.
Tokyo Teddy Bear with it was this cover he did of Tokyo Teddy Bear with Kasane Teto. Like I was very like into that, and I was like, maybe I should invest into Vocaloid. Then a couple months pass, and like, oh, Synth V is like dropping the Teto Bank. I gotta buy that like right now. And then I kind of got the biggest video on my channel with the Teto Dovet cover of I don't know which one it's called first. I'm pretty sure the band is called Boa, but like I covered a song called Dovet, and like that's video has like 42,000 views.
Oh
People like really like the covers, but that's besides the point. Shout
yeah.
out Sarah who did the art on that video.
Shout out Sarah.
I said, yeah, um, yeah. Dream Emulator was just like a big step in like the machine kind of stuff I was working on, and then like I tried to one up it with Save State, and like I feel I didn't really hit that mark, but at least I was still satisfied with it. And then like the project after that, which was memory curation, those were like leftovers from after Spare Memories up to like the Save State stuff. Half of it was like new tracks that I kind of had made after Save State, and like the other half was like leftovers from Save State and a bunch of remasters of songs. And like in terms of like what I'm gonna do next, um, I feel I have like maybe like three more albums left in me for like the main story of a project. The next project is gonna be like my second shot at doing like the harsh sounds of like decompile reboot, and then like the next album after that is going to be like the actual ending of the maybe not the ending of the project, but like in terms of like the main storyline, that's going to be like one of the main endings. And then afterward, I'm going to do like a demo album and all that. But yeah, shout out to all the artists that also helped me on that on these projects. Like for the cover and all that, Scuff, Cassie, um, once again, who else did I do? Like Toxins. Um, yeah, shout out all them. Shout out all the graphic designers
So
because I can't draw myself.
yeah, you can draw the fuzzies.
Yeah, I can, but with
Not
that project,
not
I want
not
like
quite what
an
they're
actual
doing, huh?
professional one. Yeah, I want like maybe not professional because they're all just kind of like I don't want to say amateurs because that's like kind of rude, but they're all like independent and all that, right?
Professional talent just still broke.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Also shout out Kia. He did the art on Safe State. But yeah, I just want to cover all my bases. Oh yeah, and Lynn who did the art for Dream Emulation. Yes.
What about the girl that said she was gonna kiss you? Did she do any art for you?
Who?
I don't know. There was one. I was going through Hejai World one day, and there's one girl that said she was gonna kiss you. I was just like, damn, you making some good music.
Where? I have no clue what you're talking about, man.
I don't either. I just saw it one day. I was like, damn, Hejai. This turned into just a big brothel for Hejai and his little Discord.
Are you talking about the Discord server?
Yeah, yeah.
Nah, that's a big sausage fest.
All right. Well, you got some.
There's a couple. Why not? Sure.
I mean, just in the hip hop
Whatever
world, it's a
floats their
big
boat.
sausage fest in the whole music making world. So once you find a random girl to hop into a world like that, I don't know. It sounds like you got a well, it sounds like you got a decent mix of people in there, but mostly dudes probably.
Yeah, it's like fans of like my YouTube stuff. Yeah, it's mostly just fans of my YouTube stuff and like other people I work with. Yeah,
That's what's up. Well,
because what is it? I make because I make video essays and all that, and people like enjoy that, and like people who come from like my video essay stuff probably don't know about my music.
I
So
you've well, I eventually want to start doing the video essays for all the long ass fucking shit that I write out, and so I'm eventually gonna start getting into video with that, but I want to do this shit first. This is a lot more fun. This is awesome. It's so good doing these to just get to know people better. And so, last question, and then we're gonna send you out. What is your obsession with Joy Division? Because I know you got a video coming out about that shit soon.
oh man, yeah, I guess it's kind of like a temporary thing for me, Like I tend to like really get invested into like one band and like that becomes my hyper fixation for like half a year because like that was the case when I made the Weezer video
Mm,
and like I was super into like getting like all their like I was like really invested into like demos and stuff because like I really like the lo-fi kind of like sound of like demos and all that and like in terms of like Weezer they have like a fucked to the point where like they're selling it for like $10 a piece and there's like 100 songs in each like compilation like that's kind of crazy
yeah,
like and then like Joy Division is just like a band that I kind of just naturally gravitated towards like in the rock space because I learned of Joy Division through Outsets and through their side project Amasur. It's like some kind of French name. I'm bad at French, but they listed out Joy Division and like their inspiration was like, oh, what's Joy Division? And then like I really got deep into their music, even though they have like 53 songs to their name. It's like it's just like so intriguing to listen to because like they're like a punk band from like the late 70s, albeit, but it's like how do you make that kind of like super strong like songwriting with like this kind of like same intense energy and also like in terms of like studio recordings like the Martin Hanna is like a fucking madman on the soundboard like he made this like crazy soundscape in the 70s like you just have to hear it to like listen to it and then you're like how did they make that back then because
yeah,
like this wasn't like Pink Floyd, this wasn't like Black, I guess it kind of was like Black Sabbath, but it's like it's crazy that they even did that with like 70s early 80s technology and then like the songwriting from Ian Curtis like super like dark, well maybe not like always like super dark but like very poetic I should say. Bernard like like his like guitar playing is very tasteful even if it's simple. Peter Hook amazing bass lines. Stephen Morris like bonkers drummer like the Joy Division is just kind of like my current obsession at the moment.
gotcha. No, yeah, I heard Weezer. Like people grew up with Weezer in my age, but like I really gave it a different listen after I've been doing music for a little bit, and I was just like, something about Weezer just it's timeless, and it's like this original Blue album was just really something special. But I haven't gotten into Joy Division. Maybe I'll have to check that out a little bit more afterwards. But all right, Hejai. Well, hey, thanks for stopping by. For all the 12 to 13 people that actually watch this, I know they're gonna love it. Hopefully, we get more people to come back in the future. It'll just live on there forever. And yeah, we're gonna start doing more of these with people in the group and people we want to reach out to and network with. And so, any last thoughts for the people?
Yeah, of course. Like how I kind of said before, like there's a big hole in my head. I'm trying to get all of my thoughts together. If I said something that like may rub some people the wrong way,
Then fuck them.
Stu in particular, nah, nah, come on. Like much love to them, except maybe Wesley. But but like much love to like the people that kind of like put me up, so I kind of get my confidence to just do stuff on my own.
Hey,
But
when you hang,
I'm Hejai. You're the audience. Or I'll be heading out soon. But what do you have to say?
Well, hey, when you're with somebody like me, you have the freedom to say more what you want because I'm gonna be sitting here like this. So, so feel free to say whatever you like. But nah, man, appreciate you through the coming through for the interview here, and that's show and tell. Hope you guys enjoyed. And until next time.